Real people, real celebrities, real talk.
Join the Breakfast Club. Weekday morning, 6 to 10.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. The homie straight back from Africa.
Yeah.
T.I.
Oh shoot! Did you get quarantined
stop
before
it.
Hey, check it.
Stop being ignorant.
Hey, look, I'm glad he brought that up.
Right away.
Would you believe that it never came up while I was over there?
Really? Because the part you was in wasn't West Africa though.
Nah, I was in Tanzania, man, Dar es Salaam, but dig it, right? I was like with people who were from Nigeria, and Nigeria is West Africa, right? Although this is, the I guess the outbreak was like more like Liberia or something like that. Okay, but recognize, and even when you say West Africa, even West Africa is huge. Like you got Nigeria is the size of Texas, but it is the population is of the same population as the United States.
Gotcha.
Wow.
So imagine fitting all of our people in somewhere the size of Texas. Okay, but however, they had 4 cases, and those cases there is now not is not infected.
Contained, they're saying it's not any new cases.
Nah, and also, and if you do research, you'll see that the only people who ever caught it were nurses.
Nurses,
People who were
handling
working,
sweat and piss
blood
and blood
and throw
and
up.
vomit and. I ain't finna go over there touching nobody's sweat, piss, and vomit.
Did you think about that before you left though? Did you do your research?
I was more concerned with whether or not my check was gonna clip.
Gotcha.
There you go.
A life lived in fear is really no life at all.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like that because I'm going to Africa December 5th. So
Yes, you
I
are.
mean, hey man, and you gonna have a good time,
There you
man.
go.
I mean, for real, man. Like for real, they really do. They really admire us and hold us in a very, very, very high regard, man. Just because of the culture, you know what I mean, and what we do and what we represent. And honestly, man, I've never ever in my whole career performed on my show in front of 50,000 people. You know what I mean? Them folk filled up a football stadium, man. Like imagine going to the Giant Stadium, right?
Yeah.
For a T.I. show and nothing but black people.
So
You know
when,
what I
when
mean?
does paperwork come out over there?
Today
Oh, okay.
or
You know,
yesterday.
there's a thing called the internet now.
I know, but I didn't know if it dropped different
Boy.
weeks or whatever.
Yeah, sometimes it'd be a day. I think in Europe it was yesterday. It was Monday. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But
That's how happens. Leak hair the day before and all of that.
Now, one thing I noticed when I listen to paperwork is whether it's about the money or jet fuel, you can still make those trap records.
I can.
But you choose not to. You choose not to make a lot of those.
Well, I mean, it's called evolution. You have to at some point you have to grow. Even if you make them, you gotta go somewhere. On my 9th album, if I approach it like trying to recreate my 2nd album, I could have been done at my 2nd album.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? At the point where I run out of stuff to say, and I'm continuing to regurgitate things, and when you have learned everything there is to know about an artist or a person, then there's no reason to come back. Right. What are you coming back for if you've already learned it all?
You recorded over 200 songs and then picked from those?
Yeah.
Wow.
I actually
That's a lot to say.
Well, yeah, I mean, but like I kind of divided them up into concepts. You know, conceptually, if you listen to paperwork all the way down, it's sonically it's cohesive. You know what I'm saying? All of it, you can tell it goes together. It has a theme, it has a feel and a vibe. And other songs, not so much. I got a whole album full of the stuff you talking about coming up next called The Return.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You know what I mean? And that album is already done.
Now, about the money, it seemed like it took a long time to catch nationally, and then when it caught, it seems like you got off About the Money and then went to Mediocre.
Right.
Because as soon as Mediocre dropped, About the Money was ringing everywhere. And I was like, why I ain't go to this record?
Well, simply because, man, I got to be on just like right now, y'all listening to paperwork, and I'm already working on The Return. I'm on my neck. I got to stay ahead of it's like playing chess. You got to be 5 moves ahead if you want to win.
Now, I also saw that you said you were going to do like 3 mini movies to go with this album. Is
Sure.
that still the plan?
Yes, I have to complete the first one. And I've been in constant conversations with Chris Robinson, and we definitely have the script and the theme or the story together. I just have to find the time in my calendar. I think he said he need like 10 days from me.
Oh,
So we
okay.
can go on and film, shoot it out, and that will be the first one. And the second one will go with The Return, and each of them will be like 5 or 6 videos, kind of like Streets is watching it. But instead of doing one long movie, trying to connect stories to one long movie. I'm just gonna divide them into 3 short stories, sort of like a Quentin Tarantino pick.
Are you shooting now? Because they said you had to be back to Atlanta now.
That's for Ant-Man.
Okay, for Ant-Man.
Let's talk about Ant-Man.
God.
You know, I'm a Marvel head now.
Let's do that.
What character are you playing in Ant-Man?
I play his homeboy. It's a crew of us. It's 4 of us, and each of us are ex-cons,
Okay.
and including Ant-Man.
So they typecasted you, did it?
I mean, not really. I mean, if you want to say so, but you know, I'm actually, I'm more reformed
Got you.
in the movie than in real life.
Is it true? You were supposed to play Green Lantern at one point, right?
I was asked to participate, and I wasn't digging the role.
Green Lantern?
I wasn't digging the role that they wanted me to play.
I can't see him in the
You
costume.
ain't gonna put on them that
I can't see
costume,
him in
right?
that.
They didn't ask me to be Green Lantern.
Oh,
okay.
There are
okay.
other
Okay,
parts
okay.
in
I'm
these
I'm sure you would have
movies
taken the role of
besides.
Green Lantern.
Yeah. I would have put the ring. I had to put the
I
ring
don't want
on.
to do Green Lantern.
I'd have had to wear the ring.
Now, did Damani ask to be on this album?
Man, Damani want to be on every album. Nah, man, I mean, man, Damani tell him straight up and down, man, you got to earn your keep, man. You got to, pay your dues. You ain't really like earned the right to be on a T.I. album. Yeah. What have you done besides be my son?
Damn.
But he is working on music and putting music
Besides
out.
being my son, what have you done, man?
Do you feel like you have to be a little nicer, though, in critiquing his music, or
No.
you think you're too harsh?
I think that if I am too nice, then it would be to his detriment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think, giving false accolades, I think that is the quickest way to have a mediocre child.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you let your kid participate in sports and, oh yeah, you struck out again, good try. Man, get your ass off of this damn
right.
thing, man. Go sit down, man.
Rev Run used to do that with JoJo all the time. And that's why JoJo kept rapping. No, for real, man.
Stop it, man.
Now listen, no albums in any genre have gone platinum this year. How do stats like that affect the music business and how you approach it?
Well, I mean, I think for me, man, although, of course, it is about, commercial success and about, monetizing my art, but I think for this album, for me, on number 9, if I had never gone platinum before, perhaps, you know what I'm saying? But on number 9, it's about making sure that the body of work is substantial. And I've never had an album, probably since Paper Trail, that like no one had anything bad to say about. Even Paper Trail had to grow on certain people. Like whatever you like didn't just catch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, commercially it did, but you still had T.I. fans like, what the hell is he doing? But this one, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Entertainment Weekly gave us a 5 out of 5, and I've never been an artist. I've always been the cat who was slept on, hated on, and you know what I'm saying, and tuned out. So to be received critically, you know what I'm saying, like critical acclaim for me, I think at this point in my career is more important than commercial success.
Now, can you recite Young Thug's verse in About the Money?
Yeah.
Buzzing out the band, though.
That's all we know.
I'm lost at
Busting out the bando. Jewelry metal like a can opener. I went from rad to riches to a feature with tip. I went from smart cars to a bitch with some smart lips. You gotta play it. You gotta play it. Remix on the way, by the way, man. Shout out to Young G's and Young Tunchi, man. You know, Lil Wayne came and showed love.
Now, Doe B, I know he was your artist, but his death seemed to really have an impact on you. Like, what kind of impression did he make on you for him to have that kind of impact on you?
That was my little bro. I mean, for real, I mean, if you guys know us, man, like, for real, and more so than just a company or a record label, like, we're a family. You know what I'm saying? Anytime we sign somebody or we introduce somebody in the fold of what we do, it's not just for the purpose of finances or business. And, after the whole Young LA thing, we was like, nah, we never gonna do that again. You know what I'm saying? So it's always somebody that we feel like represents what we represent and who we can stand beside. And Youngster, man, he was just so very impressive with his, like, the way he approached the business. Like, the man wasn't but 19, 20 years old when I met him. And to go from Montgomery, Alabama, selling drugs in Montgomery, Alabama in the trap, to now you in the studio every day with T.I., in and out of town and being discussed as one of the hottest young new artists on the verge, and not to be impressed, overwhelmed, or not to act out of character and to remain like humble and focused and have a work ethic the way he did. And he spit. I ain't heard nobody who's kick it the way he kicked it with the authenticity, the vibe that make you know he know what he was talking about since Jeezy.
Now on the record Light 'Em Up, it seems like you kind of warned him about some dudes who may have been plotting on him.
Yeah.
I mean, I only heard the record once, but that stood out to me.
He knew it. He knew it. He definitely knew it. He knew it, and they was his homeboys. You know what I'm saying? And they was really just kind of like upset that I mean, it was jealousy. It was envy. And that record, Light 'Em Up, the reason that it's so, I guess, heavy and impactful the way it is because it was recorded the day he died.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in Miami with Pharrell December the 20th. I got down to the 26th. We recorded Paperwork on the 27th. And he died, I think, on the 28th. Okay, so when we were recording Paperwork, I think I was on the way out the studio. I'm telling Pharrell about Doe, and I'm like, hey, yo, man, you need to check him out. He say, bet, man, get him down here. I called Doe, told him if Pharrell want to sing. Like, I bet, I'm coming. Book my flight. I just got to go handle some in this club because the DJ's been showing me love, and they, you know, they expected me to come and show love to the town. I was like, I bet. So he pulled the first flight out the next morning. He pulled the cane, and that night he got killed in the club. And so when Pharrell called me excited about what we were doing, you know, in the studio the day before, I told him, man, you know, Dope, man, my partner, he just died. Pharrell was like, whoa. You know, like what we mean to music, like what we do, we have to document this moment. We have to. You know, we have to put this down. And so the next day when I went in the studio, that was the record we did. When
you see situations like that, do you ever tell an artist, because you never left Atlanta, do you ever tell an artist like, hey man, you might need to get out your city for a while?
I told him. He had a spot, but it was Christmas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had a spot in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? We made sure he had him a spot. He was recording in Shakespeare Studio in Atlanta. Like, he had moved to Atlanta, but Montgomery's only 2 hours away, you know what I'm saying? And for Christmas, he went down there to be with his children, his family, and you know, the club happened to have been going down that night, and he went there, and it was just, you know, something that, you know, it was just incredibly unfortunate, and I mean, you know, it still affects us to this day. We'll never get another Dobie. You know what I mean? Like, that was our Biggie. That was the South's notorious Big.
Now, what kind of advice are you giving to Iggy Azalea nowadays? I feel like people are really picking on her and going at her, and it's affecting her. Like, it seems like she reacts.
She look a little stressed a little bit.
Have you told her to stop reacting to everybody?
I try, but you know what I'm saying? She's passionate about everything she does. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a part of what makes people love her. That's a part of what allows her to put so much effort and energy into her art and how it comes across authentic and kind of she like, you know, she cares, you know what I mean? And if an artist doesn't care, then it shows that they don't care, you know what I mean?
But then I also feel like when people know that they can say certain
then they're gonna
things
pick on you more. You're right.
It's gonna make them,
That's right. You know, that's true. I mean, man, but she's a woman. You know what I mean? I mean, she's a girl, and ultimately, all women are like that at least once a month. You know, I mean, but that's little sis, man, and I think that she has like just her future is definitely brighter than her past. So all that they're gonna have more to hate about.
Were you shocked when Snoop Dogg said the things that he said, and you had to? I know you guys had a conversation.
Yeah, what was that convo?
But were you like, whoa, where did that come from?
Yeah, I mean, but that's the homie, man. Like Snoop, I know Snoop. One thing I know that maybe she didn't is Snoop don't mean no harm. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know what I'm saying? I just wish I would have been able to speak to him before she replied. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and it spiraled.
Exactly.
I wonder why she ain't look to call you first, though.
Man, Iggy is Queen Elizabeth. And I mean, for real, in Iggy's world, man, she don't, like, you know, T.I., yeah, that's, okay, we'll speak to T.I. when we can speak to T.I. Right now, Iggy is the queen of Iggy's world.
Right.
Did you have to tell Snoop to apologize? Or
Nope, I didn't. I mean, that's another thing. A lot of people's like, yo, Tip just bossed up. I didn't boss up on nobody, not Snoop. You know what I mean? That's the homie. I respect him, admire him, salute him. I mean, I ain't got nothing but love. Our children, our kids play together, know each other, and you know what I'm saying? Like we got history, you know, personally and professionally. Mm-hmm. So there is not a time or there's not a set of circumstances that would allow me to call Snoop like, what's up with this? Nah, man. I was just like, hey, big homie. Hey. What up, man? I'm in the crossfire right here, man. You know, kind of out here, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, immediately, I didn't even get to say that much. Immediately, Big Dog was like, you know what? Hey, I know what you're calling for. I know what it's about. Based on our relationship alone, man, it's over with. Say no more. It's over with. It's dead. Ain't nothing else to talk about. It's a dead issue. I'm sorry, and it won't happen again. He did the post himself. I didn't say.
Didn't know he was going to do that.
Nah, I had no idea. I didn't even. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say, hey, you need to do this. Zero. Like that was all on Big Dog.
At the same time, though, it's hard to take T.I.'s advice of, okay, just let it go, relax, don't react, because you don't let stuff go, and you always stand up. So how are you going to tell somebody?
That's very interesting, because I saw Karen Civil ask the question, since Snoop apologized to Iggy, does that mean T.I. needs to apologize to Azalea Banks for his comments about her?
Nope.
You know, everybody made it a race issue. They was like, "Oh, Snoop apologized to Iggy because she white."
You made it a race issue, Charlamagne.
I was trolling. I was playing off everybody.
Oh man.
That was you.
I was playing off everybody.
An honest troll is better than just a dirt bucket troll.
I was playing off everybody's fear on social media.
Right.
I'm like, okay, well, let's play with that.
Nah, man. I mean, you know, you know what, man? You are the most appropriate, like you are the conductor of propaganda. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about for real, bro. You have really carved yourself out a niche. That's damn good, man. Congratulations on that, man. Man, that's good, man. Nah, man, for real, dog. Like on some real. Excuse me. On the real, man. That other person you just named, like they are insignificant in every speaking of the word, and it wasn't about what they said in reference to Iggy. It was what they said in reference to my old lady.
That's what I told Karen.
And man, let me tell you something, man. Don't nobody you can say what you want about me. I don't care. I got thick skin. You know what I'm saying? But don't talk about my kids. Don't talk about my mama. Don't talk about my old lady. Don't talk about none of my family, partner. We gonna deal with it, and that's just that on that, man. If you gonna lay me down about it, I'm down to lay down about that. I'm down to do time about that. I mean, whatever come after that, man, then come on with it. But I'm coming, and just know that. And if you don't want that, if you ain't willing to die about it, if this comment ain't worth you dying or killing somebody,
don't say it.
Then just leave it alone, bro. Cause I'm down to go all the way. I'm going 1,000 about it.
I keep telling y'all T.I. Gucci Man crazy, but y'all don't want to believe me.
No. See that he retarded. You know what I mean? Like he retarded.
That question.
I am intellectually ignorant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Intellectually ignorant.
Yeah, when Tupac said on Juice, and he was like, the guy said, "You crazy?" He said, "I know I'm crazy."
That's right.
And I don't give a.
And you guess what though? But that's the best part about me, because I know my affliction, and I just hope that everybody just recognize, man. Dude can't help himself. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to certain things, man, it's just certain qualities and certain just policies and procedures that must be taken into accordance, man, when you dealing with me, man. Deal with me accordingly. You respect me, I respect you. I'm very polite, respectful. I don't bother nobody. I don't speak on nobody. You know what I'm saying? When you come ask me, what you think about this to happen? None of my business.
Now, let's talk about the song Stay that
hold
you did.
on. Before you go there, I was looking at the blogs today. It was saying your wife got light in her eyes in Africa. Was that true?
I don't know.
T.I. about to jump over this day.
I don't know.
I didn't say disrespect. I was just asking.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's actually a question Angela Yee should have asked.
Yeah, if you come, if she coming up here for something, then maybe y'all can ask her. I don't know.
Now, the song that you did, Stay, with Victoria Monet, when I first heard that, I think all the women were like, "Oh, that is such a sweet thing. He wants to keep his wife and work things out."
What do you mean? See, honestly, like that, if you notice, the woman is telling the man to stay. If you notice on the record, do you notice?
Okay.
Victoria's part is, what I'm saying. However, I'm just, I'm saying what I know all women want to hear their man say. But since your man ain't gonna say it to you, you know what I'm saying?
You don't have a man.
Precisely. Dun, dun, dun. That's why I made the record.
I will say this when Tiny.
I made the record for lonely women like you. That's America. So y'all, when y'all ain't got, a man of your own to listen to, you can press play. And you know what I'm saying? The lonely female market is something that is a demographic.
Well, you were feeling a little lonely on the song too, okay?
I was.
Yes, you did.
Oh
all right.
man, you know what? Did it make you like it?
I said, man, poor T.I. is feeling a little lonely right now.
Did it make you like it?
Yeah, I felt
it did.
My heart went out to you.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I said, T.I. finally gonna admit he done messed up.
Did you buy it? Did you purchase it?
Yes.
Did you see what I mean?
It worked.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's because I really like Victoria Monet, though.
Hey, man, you know what, man? Whatever get the cash register ringing.
How hard is it dealing with that now? Because it's a lot different than when you came out with I'm Serious. Now, your personal life is what everybody wants to know about, just as much as the music.
Well, I just kind of I don't know, man. I give them what I want them to have, and then I keep what I don't want them to have to myself. It's simple as that.
Do you ever feel like, damn, I give y'all my family every week. What more do y'all want?
I mean, I try to just be flattered by it. Just, you know what I'm saying? I try to just say, okay, well, everybody don't have interesting lives, so they have to live vicariously through you and your family. So, I mean, I try to keep that in mind. But sometimes it's aggravating, but it's a slight frustration. But I think it's a small price to pay for living a life of luxury.
And they pick apart everything, things you wouldn't even notice. Like they say T.I. and Tiny never filmed no scenes together for the show. I'm like, huh? I ain't never noticed.
Yeah, I don't think that's a big deal. I don't think any of that is like, none of that matters to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? What matters to them is what they see on TV. What matters to me is what happens off TV. You know what I mean? So our priorities are, they're not matched. So I can't expect them to agree with me.
But it is nice that everybody wants to see you as a happy family. I think
Absolutely.
for the most part, supportive wise, everybody wants you two to stay together. Nobody wants to see y'all apart, and everybody wants to see the family stay together. That's I think the general consensus. Nobody's like, T.I. should leave her, Tiny should leave him. Like people.
I mean, man,
and that has to feel good.
I really don't care what people think. Like, to be honest with you, whether they did or didn't, you know what I mean? I really don't care. It's none of their business.
Mm-hmm.
It's truly none of their business.
But it is on TV, so.
Okay, well, when it's on, watch it, and then when it goes off, turn it off. Exactly. You know what I mean? That's it.
You're doing a lot in the TV world right now. Sisterhoods of Hip Hop.
Right on. Thank you guys for y'all. I knew y'all was covering that.
Thank you very much.
And y'all actually,
got a couple TV
time.
y'all actually did you took time out of your Revolt Breakfast Club TV show, and you actually came and showed love to ours, and we appreciate that.
Y'all made us look important on there.
You know what? Somebody has to. Somebody. For you, who else?
Anyway, you can
How
help.
else will you look important if someone don't make you look important? You know what I mean? That's wonderful.
Now, who's on the Hustle
Yeah.
Gang? Who's on the Hustle Gang roster too?
Man, that's a long list. You got
Who's coming out? Like who are we looking forward to coming out?
Man, Shard the God, Super Sporty, Young Boot. You got Trader Truth. Of course, B.O.B. Iggy, Travis Scott on the runway. You know what I'm saying? He
Travis Scott.
I seen him at the Revolt Music Conference.
He's
He's
gonna be
dope.
Wheels Up next. Hey, but you know what though? Like he a little bonkers too though.
He's a little crazy.
Yeah, he a little bonkers too. But
He
that's my
kinda
partner. That's my
crazy,
little
though.
brother. That's my little brother now. But he a little bonkers.
Like
he
T.I.
Kanye
crazy?
He Kanye crazy.
Oh, okay.
He
Kanye
Kanye
crazy.
crazy.
Absolutely.
That means
Kanye.
nobody's in danger then. T.I. crazy, somebody in
but
danger.
see, don't say that because you can't never tell. You can't never tell. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's definitely very unpredictable, but I love him for that. You know what I mean? 'Cause, when somebody like me or Trader Truth come to him like, hey, bro, look, man, this how I gotta go. You tripping? And he like, what you mean? What you mean? I'm like, man, you don't know, you ain't scared to talk to me like that, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. What's going on? And I'm like, man, you know what? I gotta like you for that. That's all right.
Do you think reality TV is a good setup for the Hustle Gang? Like would you do that to set them up?
Ooh, Young Dro is definitely
Absolutely.
prime time
Without
television. Definitely.
Why do you say that?
Ooh,
You remember when Dro was
Yeah,
up
he's
there?
a character.
right.
He's a character.
Ooh, Young Dro at prime time TV, man. I mean, but I just, I gotta get my homie to focus on Dro in the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? And he love it. and they love him.
Does it help or hurt reality TV?
What do you mean?
Just in general, like for whether it's the girls on Sisterhood to Hip Hop.
I think it helps.
It definitely helped them. I think a lot of
It's,
people.
you know, exposure. Definitely exposure.
Are you signed every girl that's on there? Because, I mean, it's your platform. No American Idol where you got to,
Nah, first right of refusal, you know what I'm saying? Just,
Some of them are signed already.
yeah, exactly. You know, some of them already have situations, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, they all, man, have their own respective, like, approaches to their art and how they want to present themselves. And, I mean, I think that benefits them.
Now, when you gonna make an appearance on Tiny and Shanika's Weave Trip?
Chicana.
There ain't no
Chicana.
place for me on there.
Why would he be on that
It's not
show?
no place for me. It's not no place for me. For real. Really. You know, consider me like, you know, Charlie and Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm there, but not there.
Now, as one of the guys that has been on the forefront of down south music for so long, and for the longest, they would always say down south music wasn't hip hop. And recently, Raw Digger made the comments that Iggy Azalea wasn't real hip hop. Could you relate in any way?
Man, listen, success speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if hip hop ain't about creating an art that pays you and gets you and your mama and your family up out the ghetto and provide for everybody around you, if that ain't hip hop, let me out of it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, whatever, man. I mean, everybody entitled to their opinion, but ultimately, man, you know what I'm saying? When you go home and you look around,
Are you planning a paperwork tour?
I mean, man, yeah, we looking into it, man. We looking into it. I just gotta figure, you know, tours, man. Right now, like it ain't really nothing exciting, man. It like, you know what I'm saying. I want to do it. I want to do really what I want to do is me, B.O.B., Iggy, Travis Scott, Trey, maybe Young Thug, Migos, Yo Gotti. You know what I'm saying? I want to do.
That'd be a nice tour.
Like us, you know, like the cats who I really rock with for real, Young Jeezy, like the cats who I really got relationship with, not just, Live Nation want to pay them, Live Nation want to pay them, they want to pay you.
Together.
Let's put this package together. You have no synergy, nothing to bring you guys together for real.
Right.
But because we think that all of you guys can sell tickets, we're gonna put you out together. I don't really want to do that. You know what I mean? I want to
be real.
I want to be on the tour where we have some real camaraderie and there's a real connection.
Are we gonna ever get a full Toomp album, man?
We can, yeah, man. I mean, that's what trap music was. Me and Toomp, we work together and do. Me and Toomp, man, like that's my big brother. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, and he really does take that seriously. So sometimes when I go in the studio and I'm just doing me, Toomp is going to kind of, you know, no, man, no, look, this is what, or I could be in the studio recording with Toomp, talking on the phone about something. And when I hang up the phone, Toomp, well, you know, I couldn't help but overhear the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, big bro, man, I got all the love and respect, and he's the first person who really took the time to acknowledge who a T.I. or a Tip was.
Right.
And I would love to do that, man. We just got to kind of get around each other without driving each other out the room long enough for that to happen.
I feel like you, Toomp, and Pharrell, that's when you make your best music. Do you have a preference
This is true.
of who you like to work with?
I think it depends on what kind of record we're trying to do.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think that like for a record like About My Issue, or put it on dough, put it on feel, like those records I feel like only Toomp can do.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And I wouldn't ever go anywhere else but Toomp for that. I think that, you know, when you talk about the DJ Toomps and the Manny Freshes and like those cats, they historical, hands down. But I have more of a direct relationship with DJ Toomp. Right. Although Fresh is, you know, Fresh like my cousin. Toomp my brother. Gotcha. You know what I mean?
And Pharrell did 4 songs on this album, right?
He did.
Okay. Is he executive producer on it?
He is.
Okay. All right, I'm just clarifying, making sure.
No problem.
What's going on? You're very aggressive.
I'm not, though.
Do you see retirement anywhere in T.I.P.'s future?
No way.
I want to. You know what I mean?
You've been saying that for like the
You
last
ain't
3
retiring.
years.
You're
Man.
still getting so much money. It's hard.
Cause cats keep on, like, you know, asking me for stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
You're still hot out there.
I mean, would you rather people don't ask you
I know,
for nothing
right?
and they don't want you for nothing?
Nah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, you know, when I decide to pull away for a minute, you know what I'm saying? It's when I want to go and focus on doing movies. When we gonna get another? That's why I made 3 albums. I have 3 albums already made. So if I happen to go do something else, I can still release music. You know what I'm saying? Paperwork to return is ready. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I want to, I can start. I know what the first single gonna be. I already have it's 12 songs already lined up, and the next one is Love and Liability, and you know that's sort of like my version of 808s and Heartbreaks.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
You gonna be singing?
Nah. It's just I guess the perspective of a real nigga who get himself caught up in love. You know what I mean?
I
The
can hear that.
conflicts, the challenges, the
beefs, the dramas,
all that. You know what I'm saying? That's what that album will be about.
And so you got Ant-Man on deck.
For sure. Another movie called Get Hard also coming with Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you joining us.
Man, I appreciate you having me, man.
The album in
One more
stores
thing,
right
the
now.
BMF movie.
Yeah.
I thought Grand Hustle had the rights to that, but I think
Man,
50 got the rights to that.
50 did get it. It was somebody who will remain nameless, who you know, we were trying to work through him because, you know, technically during the time when I was trying to do it, I was on probation, and technically felons ain't supposed to be around felons, so I had to go through a liaison.
Gotcha.
And that particular liaison, because of another endeavor that didn't go well, kind of dropped the ball, and it kind of, you know, it didn't happen the way it was supposed to. But I've been talking to 50 about it, you know what I'm saying? I think, you know, that should be the movie me and Jeezy do.
You get Fifth got to reach out to people from the A.
Yeah, I mean, but that's our story,
Yeah,
you know. But
yeah.
I've already spoke to Fifth, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like Fifth, man, he's a very, very, like, a business-minded, a savvy cat.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
He's about the money.
right, and above all, he want the best for the project. It ain't about, you know, I don't want to let them in. I don't want them to be, you know what I'm saying? There's no real vanity there. It's all about what is best for the project,
Right.
Fifth. And ultimately, we all know that, you know, if you're doing a BMF story, I don't think it's really another way to do it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we appreciate you joining us. The album's in stores right now. Make
Paperwork.
sure you get it.
So, the motion picture.
And it's Breakfast Club. It's T.I.